I really didn't see it coming. This whole ballet thing just hit me like a submarine at the bus stop. Until April 2020, with some exaggeration, I haven't got the faintest idea about ballet. Hey, what was that? You wanna kill me in the first 4 seconds? What kind of storytelling is that? Are you paid for this? Actually, the whole thing started with me as a child. I felt pretty isolated. I was hiding in some corner, listened to music and read, wrote or wrote something. I was reading horror stories and watching horror movies. And sci-fi movies. And sci-fi horror movies. In case I survived my childhood, what I really hoped wouldn't happen, I wanted to be a drummer, and a writer, and an astronaut, and a soldier. Ballet dancer I didn't want to be. One of the things I wrote was a story about a fictional music band that consisted of 3 handsome young boys and me as the drummer. All the boys had their own history, and one of them, actually the most annoying one, was a ballet dancer before switching to music. That was all I wrote about him at that time, and I really don't know where the idea came from. It just sounded, somehow good. But still, I didn't know much about ballet. I only saw how beautiful legs ballerinas have, but ballet wasn't really interesting for me. Then, for more than 20 years, nothing happened. I just stopped writing that story and wrote other things instead, still pretty poorly anyway. One April night of 2020, in the deepest valley of my depression, I listened to an interview with a great Native American actor called Michael Greyeyes. He started his career as a ballet dancer and was a professional until he'd got an injury and switched to making movies. He told about the ballet school he began at the age of 5 or 6, how hard it was and how he liked it. It somehow turned a knob in my head, and I suddenly thought of the dancer-singer boy in my imaginary rock band from decades before. I still remember that I woke up, went for a run in the early morning, and by the time I returned home, I had the plan. Writing the same things about that boy about the same way Michael Greyeyes told about. First steps in ballet school, becoming a professional, getting injured and turning to music. I wrote a few pages pretty fast and without any overthinking. But then, I just couldn't stop putting the boy into more and more dance scenes. I just wrote and wrote and wrote, and there was more and more ballet in it. I started to read literally everything about ballet schools, dancers, jumps and turns, the whole French vocabulary. I ordered books and probably watched every single ballet video on YouTube. Twice. I jumped into the whole ballet thing at full blast with so much passion that I had never known about myself, and that is really far from my nature. It was and it still is pretty scary, to be sincere. I kept on writing the story, and the boy couldn't stop dancing. He got his injury, he started to play music. He got to know his friend, they started to play music together, and then the boy got magically healed and kept on dancing. Now I must be somewhere at 400 pages and no one will ever read this shit. And he is still dancing. I just can't stop writing about him. The most extraordinary thing is, I didn't even have to think what I should write. The ideas just came and keep coming, mostly without any consideration. More and more scenes pop up in my mind, about him dancing, practicing, making all the dancer things. And I have to write them all because I feel I go crazy if I don't write. It even started to disturb my everyday life and work. While learning about ballet, I had a lot of moments when I really went nuts. One of the dancers who made my jaw drop was Daniil Simkin. I watched a few videos of him dancing, and to be sincere, my brain just refused to believe what I saw. Until this point, I didn't really think of watching a ballet in a theater. I'd been even in a theater only once in my life when I was about 8, with my teachers and schoolmates. What should I say, in the neighborhood where I was grown up, people just don't go to the theater. Most sadly, I grew up thinking I don't have the right to go there, because my family was poor and only wealthy people go to the theater. I just say it as a side note, in case you are a director and you are wondering why people don't come to the shows. It's a thing, you know. Once you are poor, it leaves an indelible impression on your mind. Today, I already have a degree and a job, and I still feel the same. When I bought my ticket, I didn't think it would be that hard. The idea itself came pretty suddenly. I discovered that Mr. Simkin dances sometimes in Berlin. Anyway, he seems to dance everywhere in the world, but on one weekend he performed in an acceptable distance from me. I said to myself, look, he is real. He dances in Berlin. You could watch him on stage. And without considering what I was doing, I bought a ticket online. The very first theater ticket I have ever bought. 1 minute later, I sat in my room in perfect panic and thought, oh Jesus, what have I done? I can tell I had several serious panic attacks until the day of the show. The closer the day of the show was, the more scared I was. I was literally scared to death. I'd already booked a hotel room and train tickets to get there, but I was thinking every day that I just called the whole journey off. The show took place in one of the opera houses of Berlin, but I still didn't believe that I have the right to go there. The last days I even cried that I am just too afraid to do it. I thought the people there going to see immediately that I don't belong there. They would say, go away, and put me out of the opera house, just like that saber-toothed tiger in the Flintstones. I thought I didn't even have normal clothes that would be proper for visiting a theater. I didn't know yet that in Berlin you can literally wear anything. To the top of it all, I have severe anxiety problems. Since that very first show in Berlin, in other theaters I had the chance to sit in the first or second row a few times, but I don't think I will do it anymore. It is just so embarrassing. You know, what if the dancers on stage can see me or something? So in case you are a dancer and you see this, well, it's me, and please, for heaven's sake, don't take it personally. Don't you like my dancing? I love your dancing. Then why are you hiding? I'm just sort of afraid. Of me? No, I am just embarrassed. But don't take it on yourself. I'm always being embarrassed. Of what? I don't know. Maybe I'm just afraid that you will see me. And then what? Do you like ballet? I love ballet. Well then, we are well prepared for everything that can happen at the ballet. Olivia, we have a red coat.
How red?
So between red and orange. Orange-ish. Bring the whole emergency kit. Is it truly an established custom at the ballet? Oh sure, every ballet school teaches this. We even have a textbook. Wow. Here you are. I am allergic. Oh, for heaven's sake! What's the next point in the book? Aww. Let me see. Chapter 24. How to treat worrying ballet guests. Find the weak point of the guest. Fernando! You are dancing foresight? I think we got her. How do you know that? Those wonderful wide movements. I could watch it all day long. Thank you, Fernando. It was easy. I didn't even have to take off my shirt. Hey, wait, I didn't know it's an option. You stay here and watch. To go on with the story of my very first ballet show, I still remember pretty good how excited I was on that day. I was running up and down in my small hotel room, asking dumb questions like, should I brush my teeth? Do I look right? Do I smell or something? How should I behave? Maybe better not to go? Just as if I was getting ready for a date and not a ballet performance. Oh, you think I go there in my old gym clothes? Of course I didn't. I made myself pretty, just like any lady would. To make it short, after dying of fear several times, I went to that show and I was mesmerized from the very first second until the last one. It was just beautiful, and though I thought a classical ballet for almost 3 hours long could be boring for me, it passed so fast I didn't even realize it. Anyway, Daniil was killed at the end of Act 2, but I bravely stayed and watched the show till the end. And he was, of course, awesome. The guy is not faking it, he's really a great dancer. Since this show in Berlin, I am a total ballet show addict. All my spare money are spent on ballet tickets, cheap train tickets and cheap hotels, so I can watch as many ballet shows as I can. And the whole thing started with Daniil Simkin. He should get some bonus for my head, like snipers do. He gained someone for the ballet. Hello, Mr. Simkin, how many this week? 3. Awesome, Berkman, awesome. You are again the employee of the month. These other young dancers were also pretty good with YouTube channels. There are these 2 kind ballerinas who educate folks pretty good. Then the Spanish dancer Sergio. They brought new fans for ballet this week too. Nice work, people, nice work. The very first video I saw of him was, of course, his dancing in the subway of New York City, dressed as a ballet dancer, making people totally beloved and surprised. In an interview, he said many people in the ballet world considered the video egotistic and he was told to think only of his own fame. I really don't agree with it. And really not because I happen to like him. I do think he rather helped being ballet more popular generally. The truth is, the most people don't find ballet too interesting and have a lot of misconceptions, especially about male ballet dancers. And I think Mr. Simkin knows it pretty well. Still, he put on his fancy tights and went down the subway in it. Most people don't even think ballet dancers have a sense of humor. And now we know. It was a funny video. The point is, I am bound to ballet shows. Still, Daniil Simkin was only a milestone in my journey to the ballet. I guess basically it all started with my childhood enthusiasm for Native American cultures. Then I wanted a Native American boy in my fictional music band, then I heard of many Native American artists, and one of them, by chance, was a ballet dancer at some point. This whole video wouldn't be here without Native Americans, that's pretty interesting. Just the same, ballet totally changed my life, and many times literally saved it. My life has its ups and downs like anyone else's. And that time, in 2020, I was flooded by ballet. My life was flooded by a lot of downs at the same time. It occurred more than once that I kept on living only because I already had a ticket for a ballet at Saturday. The closer the day of the show is, the brighter my weary face becomes. Then I got my ballet shot, and I am good until the next weekend. Or mostly until Thursday. I keep wondering sometimes, why I just can't stay in the opera house? Maybe next time I refuse to leave. What can they do to me? They call the boss and the director drops me out personally? Actually, you can stay, but we go home because our working hours are over. There's no use for you to stay. Let me think it over. Pretty good last words anyway. Well then, just let's finish. She doesn't have a better finishing line anyway. I really don't. Well then. You go first. I don't leave until there are dancers on stage. I have addiction problems, you know. Must be hard. I have problems with my left knee. Well, I also have a... Now, enough of you.